Good morning, family. How's everybody doing today? Good. My name is Minister in Training Avery Babon. Welcome to Living in Light Church, which is an independent spiritualist church. Our Sunday service is on the first, second, and third Sunday of each month. I'd like to ask that you all please turn off or silence any cell phones, as we do not want them interrupting the service. Once again, I am Minister in Training, Avery Babon, and I will be chairing the service for today. We have, I don't know if you want any coffee for this hot weather, but there is coffee. We also have bottled water available, and the restrooms are in the buildings next to us, to the right as you go out the door. Can you guys hear me okay? Okay, good. We welcome you to browse our selection of library books. In the back, we ask for a $1 donation to check out a book that you may keep for up to 6 months. We have a healing book in which you are welcome to add names of people you would like to see receive healing. Opposite the page is where you can put names of those who have crossed over to the other side recently. If you are new to billets, this is where you can ask a question of spirit, written on a piece of paper and folded. You then identify the paper with a personal symbol so that you know when your question is being read anonymously. You may do so between now and towards the end of this service. If you can't think of a question, you can just place a question mark on the outside. Today we will be doing a billets. So we are joined here today by myself and Reverend Bob Ingram. And at this time, let us now stand and sing the opening hymn, and please remain standing for the invocation. We will be singing All Things Bright and Beautiful. That's page number 27. I think it's a good one. Yeah, it's definitely a good one.
In the
In the name of infinite life in which we live, move, and have our own share of individual conscious being, we now beseech all good, pure, true, loving, wise, and strong influences to come to us during this time. Amen. You may now be seated. And now we do the now we read from the Declaration of Principles. This declaration can be found in the inside cover of your hymn booklets. And we begin with number 1. We believe in infinite intelligence. We believe that the phenomena of nature, both physical and spiritual, are the expression of infinite intelligence. We affirm that a correct understanding of such expression and living in accordance therewith constitute true religion. We affirm that the existence and personal identity of the individual continue after the change of death. We affirm that the existence can be proven by the phenomena of spiritualism. We believe that the highest morality is contained in the golden rule: do unto others as you would have them do unto you. We affirm the moral responsibility of individuals, and that we make our own happiness or unhappiness as we obey or disobey nature's physical and spiritual laws. We affirm that the doorway to reformation is never closed against any soul, here or hereafter. We affirm that the precepts of prophecy and healing are divine attributes proven through mediation. These principles, I invite you all to walk with one of these principles through your daily lives. And now we will move on to the spiritual healing service, which will be led by Reverend Robert Ingle.
Well, good morning, everyone. We've had a pretty lucky summer. It hasn't gotten really hot, but that's about to change, and we're going to get a regular summer. So if you're into that hot weather, it's coming. It's coming. But it's better than being on the East Coast where they're like dying out there. It's so hot. So I'm glad we're not out there. So this is the spiritual healing portion of our service. We have the healing book in the back, which I'm sure Avery has mentioned. So sometimes people can't make it to church, but they need a healing. So if you feel they need a healing, go ahead and put their name on the list, and then we will address that during this portion of the service. As a part of the healing service, we'll be singing the healing hymn and reciting the healing prayer. And then I will ask the healers to come to our healing chairs. And if you feel comfortable, come on up, sit in the chair, and we'll do a hands-on healing. Hands are placed on the shoulder. And if you don't like that, let them know, and they will adjust themselves accordingly. And for any of those that feel like they can't get up to the chair, you can raise your hand, and a healer will come to you. Please be aware that healing is about working energy provided by spirits who have chosen the healing mediums in order to work their healing energy through. And in order to become a certified commissioned healer, practicing healers need to have at least 3 affidavits, the forms that we have in the back. So if after the healing service you feel you've got a beneficial healing, we'd ask that you fill out one of those affidavits so that they can qualify to become commissioned. And that's Avery, Charles, Stephen, and Sandy. 1 out of those 4 is here. So I ask you to remain seated as we recite the healing prayer, which is going to be on page 109, He Healeth Me, both verses 1 and 2. There it is. He healeth me, Lord, I would feel thy life in one to thrill my soul with love divine, to bind me closer still to thee, since 'tis thy love that healeth me. And now also in the book, I believe it's on the first page, and if it says it's on the back page, you want to go to the back page. But for most of it, it's on the first page. It is the healing prayer, which we will recite together. I ask the great, unseen healing force to remove all obstructions from my mind and body and to restore me to perfect health. I ask this in all sincerity and honesty, and I will do my part. I ask this great, unseen healing force to help both present and absent ones who are in need of help, and to restore them to perfect health. I put my trust in the love and power of God. I will now ask our mediumship healers to station themselves. I guess that'd be Avery and myself. Yeah, Avery and myself. I'm going to have Tim Mauro, who's kind of our resident musician, come up here to give his first song. And he's got a keyboard today. Oh, sure.
The road that you take to follow your bliss is constantly under construction. So giving your best to this day put you in the best place for the next one. It's not who you are that holds you back. It's who you think you're not. So wake up now. Every sage has a past and every learner a future. So turn your face to the sun and the shadows will fall behind you. It's not where you've been that holds you back. It's the fear of where you might go. So wake up now to the truth of yourself. I've seen my dream, I've seen my potential, now watch my rising. Speaking the words and feeling their depth and then mobilizing. It's not where you're from, nor even where you are now. It's where you make up your mind to be. When you take that first step and be mindful of the direction and imagine the possibility of where you can be. Do you dare now? Well, do you? Just checking.
keyboards ever have to drag a piano in here. Thank you. So just to remind everyone that hands are the focal point of spiritual energy coming from the spirit world and passing through the healer's hands into the one requesting to be healed, and is helpful for the one that be mindful of the gift being received and to think of themselves as being restored by this action. So normally I would be giving a meditation to the group as people are coming up to the seats, but Lynn Rogers has graciously decided to come up here and lead us all in a meditation so that Avery and I can attend to the healing chairs. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And I know we have a lot of noises here at times, so I'll speak up a bit. So anyone who wants to join in the meditation can do so. You can just be restful and go where I suggest, or go to your safe, quiet, healing place. Have a little music. So let's start out by taking a deep breath. Drawing in the light of the Creator. The Creator in Celtic and ancient times was also considered feminine as well as masculine for those who gave a face to our Creator, the Father, Mother, the God, Goddess. And so we'll take a journey this morning into the realm of our connection to nature, to color, and to finding that creative force within. Imagine now that the time is a wheel. And we're at a point in the wheel of the year called Lammas. This is a midpoint in a wheel that in ancient times was considered a dance and a flow. The Creator had elements, feminine and masculine, God and Goddess, Father and Mother, expressing all of the races and all of the colors through the beauty of nature and spirit. This is a time of the first beginning of harvest, so let us find ourselves perhaps in fields that are near to be harvested, imagining ourselves getting the first of the grains that might be needed later for winter, being in an ancient time, having a basket and filling our basket with the grain and the seeds, those things that may be harvested. As you imagine yourself doing that, you can also put in the basket the things that you are trying to harvest to heal your life, to grow your life in the way that Tim's original song talked about, where we're going now. So imagine in this basket, and you can take it back to a hearth in a cottage, surrounded by nature. And perhaps there's an old oaken table, and you can put the basket down and think of what are the beginnings of what I want to harvest for healing, for spiritual expression, for love, for good works, for creativity in my life. And I'd like you to take a quiet moment and imagine that you have such a basket before you. And each of the seeds and each of the shafts of grain represent those things that you would like to harvest. And as you spend time with your basket, there may be others that we can't see who come around you and talk to you. So take some time now, go within, go deep within, and imagine that you can harvest, you can bring to fruition those things that are creative in your life. Taking a deep breath, being still, and looking within for a quiet time. Go through your basket, and each bit of harvest triggers a knowing of the things you've been working to create. Perhaps there's something you don't know how to bring to fruition, don't know how to bring to harvest. Now we imagine around us those unseen beings. This could be an animal friend, an angel, a person far away, a close soul. Be open now to be guided by Spirit, to be guided. How can I harvest this thing that's very important to me and I don't know how? Take a moment within. It might be a feeling, it might be a word, it might be a knowing, something you see. But imagine how you can bring this important task to harvest. Again, reflect and keep with you the guidance on what you can do. Take a moment to remember it now. Guidance from within, from Spirit. Take that moment. When you feel ready, you can bring yourself back from this special place, back from the sacred space, and bring yourself back away from the field, away from the harvest, coming back, closer and closer into the space, knowing that the answers are within you, thanking those beings that have helped you as we celebrate Lammas, the wheel of the year, the beginning of our harvest. Let yourself enjoy now the quiet healing energies.
That was a nice, I could feel a lot of energy in my hands. My hands are getting hot, actually. So sorry for some of you that have hot shoulders. I will now get the healing list. On this healing list on the left-hand side, we do a tribute for those that have crossed over recently, and I see we have 3 names that were added. Okay. Well, they have crossed over, so whatever burdens that they may have had on the earth plane, they have now evaporated. They're now gone, and they're free to carry on their lives with a freedom that they haven't experienced before. So I'm sure that they're sharing themselves with the rest of us as they see what we do, and carry on with their mission, or whatever that is. For the healing list, I ask that we send healing energy, sympathetic vibrations to those that need healing. So I ask that these names have been called out. Those people receive the healing energy that are required in order to make themselves better. I would also like to send out healing energy to the children of this earth who are in need right now. There are other parts of the world right now they're in desperate need, and so I ask that they receive healing. For our emergency responders as well, as they're the first ones on the scene whenever there's an accident, and to the doctors and nurses that follow up afterwards, and in general to those that are in need. This concludes the healing portion of our service, and the healers are free to sit when they're done.
You can sit down.
Yes. And I'd like to remind those of you that received the beneficial healing, we do have healing affidavits in the back, so that Avery, because I'm already certain conditioned, so that Avery can move forward and get the conditioned healing.
Yeah.
And since we're speaking on the very subject, he just completed his healing course, and so now I have a certificate for him. We're happy to give that person the course. So this is for you, sir.
The show we're putting on YouTube.
Yes. So that's what you get. So with this, now you can apply to get commission healing. So, and you need to give me the affidavit. You said you have them?
I do. I have
Oh,
the
you have them
affidavits
here.
for you guys now.
Oh, okay. All right.
Ready, man.
And then I will take those. Let's see. You need at least 3. Okay. You got 3. Okay.
There we go.
Oh, I'm taking these. Okay. All right. Thank you.
I came prepared.
Yes, you did. And so that, again, that does end the healing portion of the service, and I will now return it to Avery Babbitt.
Okay. Oh. What am I doing sitting down?
And you probably want to read that too.
All right. Well. Okay, I would like to introduce our speaker for today. Our speaker is Reverend Joan Stutes. Is that how you say the last name? Stutes. Who comes from where? Oh, I'm sorry. From UCM Church, and has participated in our last 2 psychic fairs. She is a reverend of the Center for Creative Living Church. That is really cool, and I'm really looking forward to hearing her speech. So before we actually hear what she has to say, let's get the vibration up a little bit by singing "On Higher Ground." How about that? Getting the vibration. Higher ground, on higher ground. Page number 44. 44. Lucky number 4. 44. 44. To recognize the speaker for today, Reverend Joan Stutes.
Well, good morning. I'm so excited to be here. You know, we are all spiritual warriors, and you are associated with a spiritual warrior group because you have the courage to put on psychic fairs, and you have the courage to have this meeting during every month, and it gives us a community to celebrate being spiritual warriors. One thing I know is that the reason I was born, my mission in coming onto planet Earth again, was that I needed to be involved in the metaphysical world and the metaphysical training. And you also had some kind of calling or you wouldn't be here. So congratulations on finding this group, and congratulations to Reverend Robert for creating this wonderful space for us to celebrate this magical, it seems magical theories of life. So anyway, but today I'm going to talk about luck. And I want to begin by telling you about Ed Sullivan. And I'm older than you are, so you may not remember him. But on Sunday night, the best show was Ed Sullivan. And he had entertainers on that show from every spectrum of life. He was the first one to introduce black people into television. They were committed to making television white, and he brought the black entertainers in. And it gave them an opening and a way to use their talents and present their talents to the world. But Ed Sullivan grew up, he wanted to be a writer. And so when he was in high school, he got a job at the local newspaper. He grew up in a small town in New York, got a job at a local newspaper to write about high school sports. And once he graduated from high school, they hired him as a full-time reporter. And then he went on to other newspapers at other times, but his reporting was largely around sports. He played football, and he was a halfback, and he ran track, he played basketball as a guard. So he knew those sports, and he wrote about them. And as he went out to bigger newspapers, he wrote about bigger teams. But he became very adept at it. And then all of a sudden, a newspaper that he was writing for assigned him to Broadway. And he said, but I don't know anything about Broadway. But he made the change. He said it was the luckiest thing that happened to me, because this unexpected change brought him to a new venue. And suddenly he had to go to all these shows and learn this new language and new people. He said, I've had a lucky life. I've been lucky all my life. And going from sports into Broadway was one of the luckiest things. And as a result of that, he was able to bring, in the 50s and the 60s, bring black people into the entertainment world. That's when all the riots were going on in the South. And his sponsors said, if you bring black people in, the South won't watch the show. Ho, ho. What they found out is that what Southerners do during the day and what they do in the privacy of their own home at night is different. They loved the show. They wrote letters and thanked him and all the rest of it. So being lucky, part of being lucky is when the unexpected happens, say, well, okay, I can adapt and there's some good to come out of that. So I read a book by Robert Wiseman, The Luck Factor, and he gave 4 factors about luck, and I'm going to read them to you and then I'll talk about them. One was maximize your chance of opportunity. And what he talks about in that is be in a lot of places, know a lot of people, because you have a better chance as you expand your horizons. Listen to your lucky hunches. Well, that's what we talk about, spirit speaking to us. Listen to your lucky hunches. But he also says, when you get these hunches, consult the old man in the cave. And what he means by that is sit down, go into deep meditation, say, is this really the right thing for me? And then work it out a little bit from there. Because sometimes we get really wild ideas that don't work out well in the end. And I did a lot of those. Expect good fortune. So I've always said that my goal is to beat the odds. And I was in real estate for over 30 years, and I was a top producer in every office that I worked in. And I expected good things to happen to me. And as a result of that, I had a lot of sales, a lot of listings, a lot of clients. Turn your bad luck into good luck. So do what Ed Sullivan did. He turned his bad luck of being taken out of sports into entertainment. But in the end, he turned that into good fortune because he had this fabulous show. How are we doing?
We're doing good.
We okay? All right,
A
good.
little closer to the microphone would be great.
Closer to the microphone. Is that better?
Yes.
A little better. Okay. So somebody asked me about gambling and going to Vegas and so forth. I will tell you that when I was first in the metaphysical studies, I could go to Vegas and talk to the slot machines and ask them to give me money. You know, they each have a personality, and some of them were nicer than others, and some would give me money. And I was then I stopped going to Vegas. And I just didn't work into my schedule. And the next time I went, I didn't have that same experience. And somebody told me they changed the mechanics of it so that it's a little different. But about 2 years ago, I went to a place up, excuse me, up by Clear Lake, and I did do a little bit of gambling. It's all it's not with coins anymore, it's with a credit card, you know, it's different. But I did hit a little jackpot after, I started losing money. I said, you know, I told you I wanted to gain money, not lose money. And pretty soon it worked up, so I got a little jackpot. So yes, you can use your, and I've been able, I'll put it this way, I've been able to use that. The people that he interviewed for being lucky and unlucky, the ones that were lucky expected luck. But he ran a whole series of experiments, and one of them was he advertised for a job, and he had the interview in a very small office, so there was a line going way out on the street. It was a time when jobs were scarce. Had a line going out onto the street, down the street, waiting to be interviewed. And he put $20 bills and $50 bills along where the line was going to be. And some people would come in and say, oh, you know, I need this job, and it's been a long line, and why did it have to be so long? And other people would come in and say, you know what, this is great. I found $20 just standing in line. Somebody dropped it. And one guy said, oh, I got a job because I was talking to the guy in the line behind me, and he offered me a job. So those are the kind of experiments that he ran to determine lucky people's experiences and unlucky people's experiences. A lot of it's about attitude. As I told you, I've always said that I'm going to beat the odds. So one of the things I did was look up the odds on different number combinations and how many times you have to roll the dice to get that number. And so I brought some dice today, and you can try rolling the dice and see if you can roll the dice and get your 7 is the luckiest number, the easiest number. You can get it in 5 rolls or less if you're lucky. So that's one way of that I use to check on my luck factor. Do any of you play cribbage? Anybody? No? Sort of. Cribbage is a great game because you discard and then you have 4 cards. Then there's a card that you turn up. And if the turn up card benefits your hand, you get a lot of points. So it's a great time to manifest. Like if you need a 5, for example, okay, I really need a 5. A lot of times I'll say, give me something good. And I win at cribbage a lot. My daughter's tired of playing. But anyway, there's different. Yahtzee is another one. Have you ever played Yahtzee? Yeah, you're trying to get different combinations for your score. And so you can roll for those combinations. And Yahtzee is getting like 5 of one kind, I think. Now, what they found out, one of the things he found out is that people that have had a tough childhood have more difficulty with luck. They often have bad luck. They were more in the bad luck category. The reason is that they just have a history of bad luck in their lives. So that's one of the things we as spiritual warriors can address. We can, if you came up in a bad, difficult childhood situation, you can rebuild that through your meditation and your mental abilities. Now I'm going to tell you one more thing. I have one more secret here for you. This little book is a very old book. I think it was written in either 06 or 26. It's very short. It uses very old language. And it's about a young man asking an older man how to be successful. And he said, well, I want you to write down everything you want on a piece of paper and read it 3 times a day. So the young man did that. Did it happen quickly? No. But over the years, he went to school, got a better job. Then he met a nice lady and got married, and then they bought a house. So he through this writing out exactly what he wanted, over time, he created a good life for himself. Have any of you done that kind of an exercise? Yeah, I hope so. Anyway, it's not too late. You know, I turned 90 in March, and I've decided to live with zest. Do you know what zest means? Z-E-S-T. When you add zest, you add flavor. So I thought, okay, how can I do this? So I took dancing lessons, and I went to the Y, to a ballroom dancing class, and I went to a giant ball game. So I added zest to my life. That at any time, you can change your life, even at age 90. So if you think you're too old for something, get over it.
You can still go to college at 90 years old.
That's right. I could, but I'm not. I did. I was fortunate, and I got married at 18 with the idea that my new husband promised I could go to college. So we both graduated after 4 years, which was, I graduated in 1953, 57 from college, and that was unheard of at that time for a married couple to go and graduate. So again, I was lucky, but my luck didn't fall out of the sky. It came through planning and hard work. And that's what this guy says. He says, write out what you want. Read it 3 times a day. Think of it as often as you can. Think of it. And so that's the meditation part. Yeah, how many times a day do you think good's happening to me? And how many times a day do you think, oh shit, the termite guy's coming, my termite guy's coming tomorrow, oh shit, you know? How many times do you think about the good things you want in life and your plan versus how many times do you think about the daily difficulties that you have? Now, I don't know where I am on time. Okay, so one of the things that he mentioned was that this one lady won a lot of prizes. TVs, trips, cash, objects, lots of objects. And he said, how did you do that? Are you lucky? She said, well, yes, I'm lucky, but I enter 20 or more contests a week. 20 or more. Can you imagine how difficult it is to enter 20 contests or more a week? So remember the first thing is maximize your chances of opportunity. So as you build out what you want in life, maximize your opportunity toward getting that. If you want a better job and it takes education, go for it. You're not too old. You know, and education is relatively inexpensive in today's world. Maximize your opportunities. Okay, so at the psychic fair, I shared about being single. I was married for 17 years, then I was single for 17 years, and I decided that single life was no longer for me. I wanted to get married. So I made a detailed list of the kind of life that I wanted with this new person. And I read through it repeatedly. And then a lot of things happened in the next year. But I did go to one dance with 6 guys, and met my new husband. We were married for 30 years before he passed away. And what people hear is that I made a list, and I went to a dance and danced with 6 people and met a nice guy and married him. But in that year in between, I learned a lot about relationships, because what I realized is I don't know anything about relationships. Now, this time I want to do it right. So sometimes you have to grow into your goals. And that's what I call growing into your goals. So there's a time factor there that happens often between when you start working towards something and actually see it materialize. So, all right. Are you lucky? Does anyone want to share their lucky story? No? Lynn?
My mother was a contester, and she wrote jingles and so forth, and she would plan all kinds of things by maximizing her opportunities and through her writing skills. From trucks to trips to New York to see My Fair Lady, to miniature palm trees, to a home. And I've been visualizing and wanting. So she sounds like she had a positive quality in her aspirations and brought a lot of fun.
And how many contests did she win, or did she enter?
A lot. I mean, our canned goods in the garage lacking labels, so it was an adventure to see if you were going to have condensed milk or soup, because she was busy entering that. We had lots of fun.
Anyone else have a lucky story?
Yeah,
Yeah?
I feel very fortunate that I've been led in many directions during my life, both with my relationships and where I've ended up. I just always felt very fortunate.
Yeah.
There's something there.
Good. Round of applause. Yay. anyone unlucky? No, no one's going to confess to being unlucky. You know, when I was a child, my mom and dad kept saying, "You're too young to go on these hiking trips that we go on. When you get older, you can go." But when I got older, my little brother and little sister were born, and there were no more hiking trips. So one of the difficulties I've had to overcome is looking ahead. I didn't realize that until fairly recently, that I just, I was so hurt by this promise of these hiking trips when I got older, which would have meant I would have been in the 6th grade instead of the 3rd grade. So this happened early in life, and I never really learned to do long-term planning. My year of finding a new husband was very long-term planning for me, you know. And of course I worked in real estate, and then when I went into real estate, it took 90 days to close the escrow. So my whole thing was, do I have enough money to last 90 days? So I learned a lot of ways not to look ahead. And I've had to overcome that and say, okay, Joan, what you really want out of the next 2 years, or I'm going to live to 102. My mom lived to 96, my 2 grandmothers lived to 98, so I have a good chance, genetically speaking, of doing that. So what do I want to do for 12 years? I don't know. That's kind of a blank slate. It's the first time I've ever looked ahead. Do you have that trouble of looking ahead? I know financially I really hurt myself by not making longer term plans. And now all of a sudden I'm making long-term plans for my money. How silly, right? Anyway, and you know, it's where you are right now. How do you want to go forward? And how do you improve your luck going forward? So by being here and by being part of this group of spiritual warriors, you have a good chance of improving your luck, because you're reminded every week that there's healing, that there's messages, there's solutions for your problems, because that's what the Billet Reading is about, right? And so that you have the spiritual strength to go forward and guard your thinking, looking forward to life. Choose a word. I chose zest this year. That maybe you can choose a word to use to go forward, so that it's not just the same old thing. That's when we get old and tired. You know, I'm against being old and tired. How about you? Yeah. I like being old, but I don't like being tired. Okay, so I want to again remind you that you're spiritual warriors, and that you're in a great group of spiritual warriors here. You have great leadership. You have great participation, and I want to thank you for being here, and it's so nice to talk with you today.
All right, well, thank you very much. I'm very lucky to have heard your speech today. All right, now it's time for the love offering. We now ask for the donation to our church collection basket. This money goes towards rent of this space and any other expenses that we incur. Your gift is greatly appreciated. Well, that was rather fast. Get the money out. All right. Infinite spirits, in the spirit of unconditional love, we give thanks for the generous gifts we have received this day. This offering will work to ensure we continue to gather in your name. May these supporters also receive abundance in their lives. We ask that you bless this gift, this congregation, and this lovely building. Let us blossom as the sunflower to do well. Amen. Let's see. So the speaker for next service is you. Oh, it's me. So I guess it's me. I'm a little off because the last time I was here was not the last service because I was over at the Soul Search Fair. So yeah, I guess it's me. So I hope that this lovely service that we have here, everybody here, will be here next Sunday for my speech. So yeah. Invitation to membership. It's only $15 annually, and the right to vote in the elections. Books and literature are at the back of the table. Brochure. There are a bunch of brochures and flyers. Special occasions. There are seances or mediumship circle classes. We have weekly Wednesday seances.
Those are private.
But those are actually private. But we have we hold monthly seances, open seances. Can you remind me again, when is the next membership meeting?
That's going to be January.
In January. Okay. Mini readings are available after service by myself and Reverend Sandy Dickinger, which unfortunately she's not here, but you guys can get a mini reading from me if you would like. Donations, we accept donations through PayPal or on our website, and also through Zelle. Email our office, which is at office.lilchurch@gmail.com. We have a healing list request page on our website where you can send a name of someone who needs help. If you are close to our service date, then the name will be added to the healing book. Otherwise, Reverend Robert Engel will put the name on his healing book for faster distance healing. So today is Billet Readings.
Just a couple more announcements.
Oh,
That's the reason why I had that little piece of paper here.
Sorry about that.
We have some books in the back that are from our library. Our library just went over 400 books, and now they went even higher because Lynn just donated some more books, so thank you for that, Lynn. I wanted to notify everybody that there is going to be what they call the Nautical Nightmares Paranormal Fair, which is happening aboard the USS Hornet on August 16th and 17th. And we've rented a table, and Annie, she's rented a table too because she does mediumship work. So Avery will be working that. Sunday we have church, so I won't be able to be there for that. I'll be over here, but Avery's going to have to be working that over at USS Hornet. So if you're interested in that, I don't really know that much about it because the information online is very tiers. It's the first time they've done it on the Hornet, and it was actually cheaper to rent a table than it is to get a ticket to get in. The ticket to get in is like $65, but there's a whole bunch of different things. There's paranormal investigations things, lectures going on all day, and tours of the ship, things like that. So if you want to investigate that, you need to look for the Nautical Nightmares Paranormal Fair. I guess it's a big, long name. Also, I just wanted to mention something from our talk today about luck and slot machines. I just want to share this short little story. My parents used to go up to Lake Tahoe just about every year, and one day they were up there gambling, and this is in the old days when they had the mechanical slot machines, not the computerized ones now, and he was making these little jackpots like $7.50 or $15, one after the other, he just kept on winning. It's like they just kept on paying out. This was great. Well, my mom was at another slot machine next to a hall, and two employees were standing there. One was down the hall, and one was standing at the corner watching my dad. And he said, "Wait, not yet, now." And then the power went off for the whole bank, came back on, and the machine wasn't paying anything. So that's how they took care of things in those days. so I just wanted to share.
Talk about one way to ruin somebody's luck. Okay. Well, so hopefully you guys are able to join us for the paranormal fair, which is August 16th and 17th at the USS Hornet. I love paranormal investigations as well as doing mediumship readings and everything like that. So anyways, now is the time for billet readings. If you have not done so now, now is the time to submit your billet readings, which is right there. Billets are which you give spirits the opportunity to help you with your request and allow the mediums to exercise their gift. A billet is a question written down privately and then folded twice. The person asking the question then marks the front with a symbol, a unique mark, so that the medium calls it out. They know the message is for them. The mediums won't know who they're reading for. All right, so I'll give you guys the opportunity to do so for the next few minutes. And today's mediums will be Lynn and Annie. Would you like to get up here and do some? And then we will also have Reverend Bob and myself.
That looks like a star. Stars symbolizes the light. Stars shine brightly in the night sky. Also, when I think of stars, well, of course, I naturally think of the light, but I also think of our Creator and whoever drew this star, getting the words "shine brightly." Shine brightly. This question is regarding a job situation. And I'm seeing hands unfolding a map, kind of map, holding a map. And this map symbolizes guidance. This map will guide you. And so regarding this topic of a job, the answer would be yes. And I'm getting the word map and quest. And adventure. I see a hand. It's holding the map that's now folded. And now it's in the palm of his hands. I'm seeing the words palm in the palm of his hands. His life path is written in stone. Those are the words I'm getting. That is all I have. Thank you for letting me read for you.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Okay. That was a I'm seeing a lot of flowers over here. I'm attracted to this one. There's a lot of flowers and hearts. 3 flowers and a heart, 2 hearts. And I see the ink is dripping. In my mind, I can see the ink is dripping like a quill pen dipping into the ink coming out, and the ink is dripping. There's black, wet ink spilling on paper, making like drops of paper, then spread out. Oh, kind of like the flower. Oh, that's good. There's some busyness here, like this person's too busy to do things slowly, methodically, but it's trying to do it quickly, and it's kind of making a mess. It's like the ink is getting kind of splattered around. It's like, I gotta get this done, I gotta get this done. So I gotta do it quickly. So it's like you're being a little bit too hasty. You should probably slow down, be more methodical in how you proceed. Let's see. Okay, can this person come through? Loved ones. This is about loved ones on the other side. And I'm seeing balloons. I'm seeing balloons in the shape of hearts. There's like helium balloons. So you hold the string and there's more balloons and more balloons. And it's like a gesture towards you, pressing these balloons on you. It's symbolic of, we're fine. We're doing just fine. Here's some heart balloons. It's like, because we love you. There's like some of them pop, and then there's other ones to replace them. So it's like more balloons, all these heart balloons. It's like trying to touch your heart with these heart balloons. I'm getting a thumbs up. Everything's good. Everything's good over here. And they keep impressing on sending you love and healing with these balloons, these heart balloons. They want you to hold them. It's like they're trying to put the string in your hand. Hold on to these heart balloons. Hold on to them. And then you can look up, you can see the bouquet of all these heart balloons. And know that it's coming from them. So this is a symbolic gift. This is a symbolic gift to you. So that's the message that I'm getting. I see another one here that's peeking. Oh, this is a heart all by itself. A single heart. A single heart. This is a different kind of heart because I'm seeing a heart again, but it's like it's on wood or something, and somebody sanded it so they can paint it so it's nice and shiny. Nice shiny. It's a flat heart on wood, engraved on wood. And it's painted to look nice and shiny. So some work has been done to this to help sand it. Some work was involved in putting this heart together. But it's a loving thought behind it. The work is not arduous. It's something somebody wanted to do. I see some hesitancy. There's a delay. There's someone in the background who's not coming forward. It's kind of like they're walking around the issue. It's like gingerly walking, like soft steps. Kind of walking around the issue. It's like not sure they want to commit to it. So I believe there's some hesitance, some shyness. What can we do? I'm seeing a calendar with months on it. It's like one of these little ones, and somebody's flipping through it like a deck of cards, just month after month after month. So it's going to be a while yet, almost a whole year before something happens. So you're just going to need to get out there and be accessible. Be accessible. That's the key. But it's going to be a while. It's going to be a while. And that's the message that I'm getting. Should I do one more? Yes. Okay. I'll do one more. I'm going to do this little guy. This is a dollar sign. This is a dollar sign with an exclamation point. It's interesting that as I close my eyes, I can see the dollar sign, and there's two lines, but those lines are acting like bars to a jail. Like this money's in jail. And that's kind of weird. And you need a key to unlock the cage in order to get the money out. So there's going to be some work involved. I believe that what the message I got is related to this question. There's still a little more work involved in your part, so if there's something else you can do, I would do it. They'll get more positive reaction rather than just sitting back and just wait for something to happen that might not. So it's going to take something on your part to push it just a little bit further. I do know that oftentimes a thank you card being sent after an interview is a good thing to do, something like that. But you need to do something rather than just, okay, I did my part, now I'm just sit and wait. No, you got to push a little further. You got to push a little further. Be in their minds. And that's the message that I have. Okay. Lynn? Yeah, let's see. This is like 6. 6?
How many? So it's right in 3.
3, okay.
It's like kind of a flower in a heart. I get a feeling of a free spirit, a person who's playful but has to brush around, there are things to do, a lot going on inside you, a lot of deep thought, much going on inside. I feel that question, it could be closer than you think. There are some forces of like energy that kind of come around, and I would be open to kind of multiple threads, multiple persons, if you will, in order for it to show itself as to the right. You do also have a very close male spirit who is a close soul to you, twin soul on the other side of life. Good question.
A little bit closer to the mic.
Okay. All right. Oh, I'm sorry. There's one with no symbol on it, so I'm going to still read for that anyway. Okay. No symbol. Person with confidence, definitely has confidence, and has healing ability or is seeking healing. But I see things around getting spiritual healing is very favored for you at this time. A decisive person, well organized, but there's something clouding that right now. It could pertain to a family member older, maybe a woman or somebody in spirit. Let's see what spirit asks about that. I see green healing. I think you have the potential to bring the emerald green and blue healing energies in from spirit. You are a healer. You can help people emotionally. You can help people physically. And you may not realize it, but it's all around you. Beautiful green light. You've also lived in Atlantis. One more? Or that's
Yes,
it?
one more.
Okay. All right. This is a heart with a circle around it. I feel a person who's inquiring, who's curious, who's looking for answers. Look for the guidance that's coming in your life every day. Notice the coincidences. Notice that 3 people have mentioned the same thing in a week and a half. you're being guided all the time, and if you, all of us are. If we look for those coincidences, those things that, it's beyond chance that are happening, we move toward our luck and our good guidance. And I feel that guidance is around you. Learning to listen to it would be good. Florence Shin's book, The Game of Life and How to Play It, would be good for you. Good-hearted person, sincere, empathetic, show more your deepest heart to people, and also listen to your guidance because it's all around you. Thank you.
All right, so next will be me, and let's see, I got 3 here. This one is a question mark. I love it. It's so beautiful. Oh wow! Just kidding. Drawings are always nice. I love drawings. And yeah, question mark. Let's see what I get from this. I feel like this person is inside of a tunnel. And it's sort of dark inside of this tunnel, but you're guided by your grandmother. And the grandmother, I will go ahead and describe the grandmother. The grandmother has got like whitish hair, very, very whitish hair, kind of curly. And she's very spiritual. I don't know if she was very spiritual. I feel like she was, even here on the earth plane, she was very spiritual. And she's wearing this lovely, lovely dress. And what she is doing is, even though you feel like you're in the darkness and not sure where you are going, the tunnel is kind of going straight, but you're kind of putting your hand left and you're putting your hand right through this tunnel. So what she is doing is she's taking your hand on the shoulder and she's kind of pushing you forward, kind of moving you forward. You're not sure which direction to go, but just trust her guidance. Trust her guidance. Goodness gracious, even I feel like I'm kind of off kilter, so I got to open my eyes here a little bit. I've got to open my eyes because I feel like I just got turned a little bit there. So the message I get is just trust in your inner guidance. Trust the guidance by this grandmother, rate the vibration, or by your spirits, and don't be afraid. Just move forward. Let's see what we got here. And that's what their answer is. Love and blessings to this person. Okay. All right. This is like a spiral kind of a thing. Really cool. I like it. Like the little spiral. Has anybody ever gone on one of those? What's that thing where you walk on it? And it's like, maze. It's like a labyrinth. There you go. It kind of reminds me of a labyrinth. Very cool. I love that. All right. Let's see what we got from this. All right. I don't know if that was them yelling at me to take off my glasses, or if that was spirit telling this particular person to take off their glasses. So give me a second here. Wow, I've heard that loud and clear. Take off the glasses. In case that was for this person, I will say that out loud. Take off the glasses. What does that mean? Take off the glasses. I feel like now I'm also seeing that I'm getting some like tension, headaches, like and a bit of stress. And it's almost like they're trying to. I get the impression of relax, like just to kind of like relax a little bit, and that I'm getting way too much here. It's almost like, and I almost want to say slow down because it's almost like an overload, because it's like I want to do it's like I'm looking far, far ahead, but I shouldn't look that far ahead. Do you get what I'm saying? Does that person understand what I'm saying? Okay? So it's like, instead of looking too far ahead into the future, slow down, and because something's causing like tension headaches or something like that. I don't know. So take off the glasses, kind of relax, don't put too much strain on yourself. Love and blessings, God bless you. Let's see what this says here. That's the steps. Love and blessings. Okay. I will do it without the glasses this time. Okay. We have another one that is completely blank. All right. I love these ones. These are challenging. I love the challenges. Wow. Very interesting. I feel like I'm inside of a college classroom, and I see a college professor, and this college professor is up on the classroom board, and I feel like I could turn around and just like give you all a lesson right now. Very, very interesting. So there's a lesson here for you. There is definitely a lesson in here for you. And the lesson is not negative. It is just a lesson for you. And then I feel like you just need to sit down. Because that's that's the next image that I see, is that you just need to kind of sit down and just go along for the ride. Because it's all gonna be all right. Love and blessings, quit worrying. Is that what I heard? What are you running from? Because earlier I was sitting down and I kept seeing somebody was running from something. Maybe this is the one that I've seen who was running from something. Anyway, I'm gonna let go of that. Love and blessings. Let's see. That's their guide. God bless you each. Thanks for letting me read for all of you. I'll do it. And now, whoops, I was going to sit down, but I forgot. I am the chairperson. I still have a job to do. That's what. Okay. But it's now, whoops, now it's not the time for that. It's time to, wow, what the heck is that? All right. Benediction. Let the spiritual energy that we receive today follow us through this week. Let us be receptive to our guides' messages and pay heed. Let us practice our beliefs each and every single day. May we stay in our life's path and take joy in doing well. Take joy in doing kind deeds. Take joy in knowing our truths. Amen. The service is now ended. We carry our spiritual truths with us each and every day. Oh, wait, is that two things? This one right here. Sorry, guys. So this one and this one.
Oh, I think there's just the different benedictions.
Positive. So, benedictions.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, never mind. So this is okay. All right.
The service is now closed.
Service is now closed. So thank you all for coming. Thank you.